Now that we have reviewed what the Massachusetts Data Security Law expects of your organization, I'd like to briefly explain GraVoc's methodology and approach to helping our clients comply. While the needs of each organization are unique to industry, the nature of operation, and strides already taken to address matters of security, we are able to scale the scope of our services to address your company's specific needs. Nevertheless, for the purposes of this presentation, I will quickly review our full array of services. As a first step, GraVoc can perform a risk assessment that considers the volume and exposure of your personal information assets as compared to your current control environment. From there, we can determine what needs to be done in order to help your organization comply and provide recommendations for improvement. Next, GraVoc will help you to develop your organization's written comprehensive information security program, ensuring that all the necessary components are contained within the document. If it is determined that our recommendations regarding the technical requirements of the law are beyond the expertise of your internal staff, GraVoc representatives can help to implement and configure the proper safeguards for compliance. Finally, GraVoc can perform information security training for your staff to make sure that all of your employees understand corporate policy and the importance of protecting personal information. To give you a better idea of what each of these services entails, I have provided a synopsis of each. Our risk assessment service gathers information about your existing security environment through a number of mediums, including facility walkthroughs, interviews with personnel, and network scans. All of these methods help us to gain better visibility of where your personal information assets reside and the measures your organization is currently taking to protect them. Based on the results of the assessment, GraVoc will make recommendations for improvements. We will summarize these recommendations and review them with management from a cost-benefit perspective. Once we have compiled the necessary information, we can help you to develop your written information security program. We will also make sure that you have all the necessary supplemental documents to adhere to all the policies set forth in the WISP. As a technology consulting firm at heart, GraVoc is prepared to assist your organization with any of the IT requirements of the Massachusetts Data Protection Law. This slide highlights a few of the improvements most often needed to be made in order to comply with this law. As you will notice, encryption is at the top of the list. Perhaps the most elusive element of this whole process is training. The law requires that employees receive regular, at least annual training on information security and the protection of personal information. In our experience, this type of training can become more effective if conducted by a third party, since the organization as a whole has made a clear investment of both time and money to see that it takes place. Our training sessions are both informative and participatory in nature, a balance that allows the organization to fully maximize the benefits of its investment. At this point, the question may still remain: why choose GraVoc over other firms and do-it-yourself kits? First and foremost, the range of GraVoc's professional service offerings require us to understand workflow and business process across a variety of industries, including financial institutions, software and hardware firms, healthcare providers, manufacturers, retailers, distributors, and many other public and private organizations. Our past experience with all these sectors will ensure that your security infrastructure is all-inclusive and nothing is left out. And although low-cost do-it-yourself kits may be an attractive option, the time commitment and investment of internal resources could be considerable. Plus, our familiarity with the law, its requirements, and the measures necessary to comply will ultimately save your company both time and frustration. We appreciate you taking the time to view this webinar and hope that you found it helpful. Please feel free to direct any inquiries to Nate Gravel using the contact information listed here. Thanks again.